Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. It's time to have this conversation. We got to put this out there. Paul George has not played well in this playoff series versus Dallas. This has been a very competitive series, first round series for the Clippers. A lot of people thought that the Clippers probably was going to blow through Dallas, but the only problem is they got a young man on the Dallas Mavericks team by the name of Luka Doncic that, well, has a lot to say. Basically, he's told Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, I'm not ready to go home. Not just yet. And I'm not going away quietly. While the series is tied 2-2 with basically game 5 coming up tomorrow. Now you have to wonder is Dallas on the brink of winning this series? Because for some reason I looked at this series and it had upset written all over it. Whatever the case may be, people said that Dallas wasn't a good enough defensive team to win this series. Well, it looked like I'll put it to you this way. They may not be the best defensive team in the world, but they sure in the hell can score. And they got a guy on that team that can score. When you got a guy that played like Luka Doncic, one, he can play three positions. He can play the one, the two, or the three, being 6'7". And he's a very talented player. And he's gonna be one of the future superstars of the NBA. You know, as we get ready to say goodbye to the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, the Stephen Curry's, because you figure those dudes in between them have maybe 3 to 4 more years left. Luka is 21. You got Jay Morant. You just got a lot of different players. The league is going to always be in good hands. I don't think it's ever going to be one dude that's going to carry the league. I think it's better that way. I don't want to see that anymore. I don't want the league to be centered around just LeBron James. I think we went through that with Jordan. Then when Jordan left, then it went sort of to LeBron James. And now you look at LeBron James is basically we have to keep it 100. He is on his way out. But nevertheless, let me talk about Paul George once again. Paul George has been criticized over the years over his playoff play. Not basically showing up when he's needed. And it looks like it's going to happen again. This is a very crucial series for the Clippers. Okay. And Paul George needs to step it up. He's playing like a front runner. Now, he had stuff to say about other people, but look how he's performing. Kawhi can't do it by himself. He can't. On paper, the Clippers look like they the better team, but they're not playing like they're the better team. So I'm just saying, I'm not going to go as far as to say Paul George has been abysmal, but he ain't played that good. And he needs to show up. The Clippers were expected to be there at the end as far as the Western Conference Finals go. And it looked like they could possibly be sent home if, I'm telling you right now, if the Clippers are sent home in the first round, this gonna say a lot about Paul George, and Paul George will be the sole blame for them losing this series. The media would put it on him. And will he deserve it? Well, that's up, that's debatable. That's up to us. I feel like he needs to play big tomorrow. He needs to play big. He needs to show up. But nevertheless, it is what it is. This is an upset if Dallas pulls this off. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.